Welcome back, it's the dog. Now, if this is the first time you reach Swoop Stories, matter of fact, this is my first technically Swoop Stories. We're about to go over a case that I came across. My mother sent me a text message back on 8/31, 2013. Now, I tried to make this video over and over and over, and I got the videos. I haven't uploaded the videos. However, I got them. I made them. Now, this one, I'm going to try to make it compact as possible just because I found more stuff and I wanted to go over it with y'all. So, my mother sent me this text message, and in this text message had a link to the for a Star Tribune case that took me to Myon Burrell, or Myon Burrell, Lil Skits. I know him as Lil Skits. I never knew his name was Myon. But Lil Skits arrested in Robbinsdale, Minnesota. And I was like, what the hell was he doing in Robbinsdale, Minnesota? Maybe he moved. You know, I would imagine he moved. However, listen, blood was out there, allegedly. They're alleging that he did something while out there. Let's hear it from Fox 9. Let's hear him whoop. And I'll give y'all some commentary throughout the way. Because y'all know I don't believe nothing that the Fox people tell you. Fox people are the PSYOP operators, the #1 PSYOP operators. Anything that gets to the news, like the mainstream media, is 9 times out of 10 fake. Why? Look at these deceivers right here. These two people. Look at this thing's face. They look like twins, right? What is it? Twin sodomites. Look, they got the same little corners. What are these, brothers and sisters? Or brothers and brothers. Gotta be brothers and brothers. Because look at these shoulders. Holy crap. Those are boulders for shoulders. This is a drag man right here, y'all. This is a dude. Big fingers, big head. Same size head, y'all. This is a dude right here. This might literally be this thing's clone. Literally with a wig on. That's it. Or grew its hair out and did all this stuff to it, you know. Y'all know how these satanic sodomites like to do in Minnesota. You know, they worship transgender gods and all that through the Fraternal Order of Police, who are gonna, well, we mentioned them, so y'all could do your homework on the Fraternal Order of Police. The same police that run the Minnesota Police Department. AKA Slave Patrol. Y'all ever heard of Slave Patrol? Now, the police that y'all see are Slave Patrol. Do y'all homework on Slave Patrol. Why are they on Slave Patrol? Because we are slaves. What is Myon Burrell? An escaped slave. A loose end. Okay? And in this country, the United States government, because Myon and others have identified themselves as black. Listen here, the 13th Amendment abolished slavery in America, they say, and then they stop. They never tell us what else, except as a punishment for crime. Look here, for punishment for crime, they could put you back in slavery. That's why when you go to jail, you're working slave wages, and you're being exploited, and being abused, and there is no repercussion for any of that. You know why? Because you're not part of the body politics. You're 3/5 human, because every time you get an application, your mama told you, say it loud, you black and you proud. And you go, yes, mama, even though your mama was a damn slave, fucking and sucking a damn, slave wannabes, and, son and massa and boy, and sometimes she even got it on with the slave massa. So listen here, don't rely on your mama and mama, because your mama don't know what the fuck she's talking about, because she could barely read. Now, since I could read, I could comprehend. My comprehension is really good. Maybe I'm super sane because I went low-key insane. That's what a lot of people say I'm insane. I think I'm super sane, like the Joker. So, maybe that's why y'all love to watch me and laugh with me. Hey, put some ha-ha-ha's in the comment section, since, a lot of people think I'm funny. Now, Dred Scott case. Have you ever heard of Dred Scott case? Oh, Dred Scott was in Minnesota. He was at Fort Snelling. Now, if y'all are not familiar with Fort Snelling, I love this place. This is my favorite place in the world. I think I should live here. I think this should be my house. You know why? Because I'm Dred Scott's revenge. I am Judge Red, aka Judge Dredd. I am Dred Scott's revenge. Listen here, Dred Scott attempted to sue the United States, well, technically Minnesota, for treating him like a slave when he left the South. He came north, and he married, and he gained his freedom through all of his, torture and slavery and stuff like that. And Minnesota said, nah, nigga, you black. Since you black, you're not a part of the body politics. You don't have the right for freedom. You don't have the right to freedom. You don't have the right to be treated equal by the so-called white people. If white people do you wrong, oh well, you're not entitled to compensation for that. So every time you go to the store, every time you go to and the store, people threaten to call the police on you. What do they say? What does he look like? They say black, like the Rosewood movie. I remember Rosewood. Black. Soon as they say black, look here, that's your ass. They're gonna send the slave patrol, and the slave patrol gotta, report that a runaway slave is out here acting crazy. You don't know how to act, so they're gonna send the slave patrol. You black, or at least your contractor is black, because you're black and proud and your Black Lives Matter and all that. Black lives don't matter. Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm trying to save y'all from yourselves. Y'all can't read because you don't read the dictionary. Y'all sitting there calling yourselves human. Y'all doing all kind of wild, wicked shit. Anyways, let's get into this. Myon Burrell is about to be exploited by the Fox 9 Minneapolis St. Paul channel with 277,000 subscribers. I hope y'all breaking off Myron at least a piece of that, because I know he suffered as a slave, being worked and damn near killed over minimum wage over something that he did not do. And matter of fact, we gotta look into that case, man. That case. Look here, I got a plaque on my wall that says CNIA presents Taisha Edwards Youth Leadership Awards, June 1st, 2004, through the Morris Miller Youth Center. Something I created. Actually, I didn't create that. That was actually pushed on us by Steve with his goofy self, man. Steve, my elder, he sold us out. So we stopped coming around, and then he lost the center, So I'm just saying. Sold us out. It was ours because that's what we created. Opportunity, Youth, Respect, and Services, because we smart and we was bracking like that. And we decided to do something in our neighborhood, which was unify everybody through, our common disdain through all these obstacles in our neighborhood. We would be the ones to go and speak at fundraisers and things of that nature, where people come down and want to talk about the money that was going on. We would pop up and we'll bang on them pretty much. We was banging, and not in the same way that y'all would imagine some street gang members to bang in these rooms where these politicians are, playing with your funds and taking millions of dollars and doing ridiculous shit with it. I couldn't believe that this is what their suggestions were. Really, what they're doing is, lining their pockets with government funding. But, we were so young and, talkative and, don't nobody want to hear the truth. So, it's easy to brush off a bunch of, so-called black teenage gangbangers. I'm just saying, it hit different. Let's get it.
Well, freed from a life sentence 3 years ago,
No. He wasn't freed. He was, released and pardoned. Well, he should have been pardoned. Should have been fully pardoned, and y'all ought to have been sued, but he can't sue, right, because he's black, and he's been claiming that he's black and human and all that shit. He has to stop it if he ever wants to get, compensation for the damages that the United States and Minnesota has caused them. I would like my compensation, aka what do they call that? What do they call that? Don't they call when people are enslaved and when they finally not enslaved anymore, they're supposed to get something? The 40 acres and a mule. I think it's something like that. Minnesota owes us 40 acres and a mule each for all of us.
Myon Burrell is once again in police custody tonight.
Why?
The 37-year-old was allegedly in possession of drugs and
allegedly.
a loaded gun when he was pulled over on suspicion of DWI this morning.
Wow, hold up. Did y'all say suspicion of DWI? What the hell is that? Is that it? That's not a reasonable articulation of suspicion. Suspicion of DWI? What the hell is that? That sounds like a war on drugs. What the hell is a war on drugs? The drugs that y'all created, like the drugs that y'all distributed through the 90s as crack, or 80s and 90s and all that crack, y'all distributed that. So how are y'all the people waging war on drugs? That doesn't make sense.
Loaded gun when he was pulled over on suspicion of DWI this morning.
His arrest coming nearly 2 decades after he was convicted of killing 11-year-old Taisha Edwards.
Falsely convicted.
Fox 9's Courtney
He's falsely
Godfrey
convicted.
has been digging into this all day And Courtney,
Another
as I
Decepticon right here.
understand it, if
Look, wide
Burrell is
shoulders.
charged, this case could be a
Crazy.
conflict of interest for the current Hennepin County attorney.
How?
Yeah, Randy, and that's why the Hennepin County Attorney's Office is telling us tonight that Mary Moriarty will not be
Who's that?
involved
Who's
in
Mary
this
Moriarty?
case. Moriarty lobbied hard for Burrell's release 3 years ago and even hired him on her campaign staff
really?
when she was running for office.
Oh.
Tonight, it's unclear who will be reviewing the case, as Burrell could face
Well, Mary Moriarty,
more
don't
jail
she know
time.
him? She'd be able to
Booked
character
into the
witness.
Hennepin County Jail, 37-year-old Myon Burrell is once again behind bars.
Why?
Nearly 3 years after Governor Tim Walz and the Minnesota Board of Pardons voted to release him from a life sentence.
3 years?
Robbinsdale
That's
police
suspicious.
say they stopped Burrell's SUV just before
Why?
11 a.m. on Lake Drive Tuesday for erratic driving. Drugs and a loaded handgun were discovered in the vehicle.
Okay.
A search warrant detailing how the officer observed smoke pour out of the window when he made contact with the driver.
Now they say driver. Why didn't they say Myon? Is the driver Myon or not?
When asked to submit to a field sobriety test. Burrell was twice convicted for the murder of 11-year-old Taisha Edwards, who was killed by a stray bullet in her Minneapolis home. He has always declared
Allegedly.
his innocence in the case, and since his release,
Myon
has
wasn't
become
even
an
there,
advocate for
so he
those
wouldn't
he
even know.
believes have been wrongly convicted.
None of us was there.
As a human being, how can somebody feel okay with watching somebody spend the rest of their natural
No,
life
there
in
go
prison
blood.
for a crime that they didn't commit?
Hennepin County Attorney Mary Moriarty, who
That's
lobbied
a dude.
for Burrell's
This
2020
is clearly a
release
dude.
and hired him as a campaign staffer, told
Look, got
Fox
a
9 she
suit
will
jacket
not
on.
have
That's a
any
dude.
involvement in this latest case, as she has permanently recused herself from any issues
Wow,
involving
after she exploited you. Congratulations, you played
Now,
yourself.
Burrell was booked today on illegal weapon possession charges.
Allegedly.
Outside of this, he's been fighting to have his murder conviction overturned so
Wow.
that he can drop that felon label.
Wow.
A case that's being reviewed by the Attorney General's Conviction Review Unit.
Wow.
A spokesperson with the AG's office telling us that today's arrest will have no impact on that process.
Ain't that
In the
crazy?
newsroom, Courtney Godfrey, Fox 9.
You get illegally and unlawfully prosecuted and tried due to a conspiracy through the Minnesota state in order to prosecute you because they want to be tough on crime, right? They was going around bragging about how they get like such high crime. What is that? What do they call it? They call it what is that? Conviction rate, right? Minnesota brags about conviction rate. Convicted rate. And why are they getting a high convicted rate? Because it's rigged, right? Ain't that how y'all get? Look, Hennepin County boasts highest conviction rate. Holy crap. Would you look at that? They got the highest conviction rate. So Minnesota Police Departments brag on their crazy outlandish conviction rate. How y'all got such a high conviction rate? Is it because you're cheating? You got these judges that are Freemason agents playing the game against you. They're flashing all kind of signs in there with their fraternal order of police officers, and they're doing all kinds of Jedi mind tricks in there and summoning and witchcraft, right? When they summon you, that's not witchcraft? I'm just saying, what does it say about witchcraft and all that in the Bible? It says you're not supposed to be doing that because it's evil if you're doing that. And then I see y'all taking oaths. It also say in the Bible, don't take oaths. So if y'all dressing in black and y'all in black robes and y'all doing some occultic stuff like summoning the dead allegedly, right? And then y'all trying to off with my head or lock me up and turning me into a wage slave. Let me know how y'all feel about this Myon Burrell. Now, before we leave, hold on, we're not done yet. Now, Myon Burrell got pulled over in Robbinsdale just like this person. Khalid Azad, 24. He was, pulled over during a traffic stop for suspected DWI. I wonder if that's somehow suspiciously connected. I mean, it's not like the police plant drugs and plant firearms in your car, right? We're not gonna overwhoop. We'll do some more whooping in the next video. It's the dog. I'm out.